Have you ever felt like you didn't get the attention you deserved? Maybe you rocked a task, had an awesome idea, or did something great for others, but it went unnoticed. It happens, and it's not easy to handle even when you're doing your best being there for others and doing what's right. Sometimes people just don't seem to see your true value. Trying hard to please those who don't appreciate you can be a downer. Turning this situation around is difficult. It's not a pleasant feeling, especially when it's someone close to you like family, friends, or a partner. If this sounds familiar, stick around. We've got some Stoic wisdom that might just help you crack the code on getting the acknowledgement you deserve in the world of Stoic philosophy. Seeking recognition from others is discouraged, since that's kind of out of your hands waiting around for. It just sets you up for disappointment. But here's the scoop. Ever wondered how you could become more of a big deal to someone? Guess what, you're in for a treat. We've got some straightforward tips that might just make you a priority in someone's life. It's like a secret recipe to amp up your recognition game. So there are these 9-step simple effective moves that can keep you at the forefront of someone's thoughts. Stick with us, and you'll make sure the people who matter to you always see you as a top priority. Now that you know the deal, let's switch things up and dive into the solution before we start. I encourage you to watch this video until the end because each step holds significance for the positive change ahead. Step 1. Nurture a feeling of Step 1. Nurture a feeling of value in your absence. Value in your absence. A potent psychological approach for this is to evoke the fear of losing. Studies show that people are often more responsive to the fear of losing something than the promise of gaining it if you desire to be a priority in someone's life. Consider implementing this technique to instill the fear of losing you. Initiate a subtle emotional distance. Start holding back on sharing your deepest feelings and confidences, and diversify your time among different social circles. This nuanced shift sends a message that your emotional investment is no longer exclusive to them. It's a potent tactic, but tread carefully if you distance yourself excessively. The other person might interpret it as disinterest, potentially leading them to give up on reconnecting with you. Hence, deploying this approach requires a delicate balance and strategic thinking. Approach it thoughtfully, and the impact could be quite compelling in drawing someone closer to you. Step 2. Limit your constant. Step 2. Limit your constant availability. Availability in the grand tapestry of life. The phrase, "it's about quality, not quantity," echoes not just in productivity but also resonates profoundly in the realm of connections. To truly hold a special place in someone's heart, don't be available around the clock. Making yourself overly accessible creates an opportunity for people to underestimate your value. This isn't a call to selfishly limit your presence, but rather an invitation to honor your time and priorities. Show them you've got a life beyond them, that you're not just twiddling your thumbs waiting for their call. Let them see you've got things going on, and they'll appreciate having you around even more. By embracing the Stoic wisdom of valuing your time and presence, you invite others to appreciate the uniqueness you bring to their lives. Step 3. Embrace a sense of Step 3. Embrace a sense of mystery. Mystery in life's journey. People are naturally curious about what's intriguing and mysterious. The fascination with things that pique our curiosity not only captures our interest, but also fosters a sense of connection. When it comes to relationships, being a bit mysterious can actually be a good thing. If you want someone to see you as important, don't spill all your secrets right away. Instead, offer subtle glimpses into your hobbies and interests, providing just enough information to spark curiosity without overwhelming them when they ask questions. Don't give away all the details. Keep your answers a bit mysterious, especially about your past. The idea is to keep the other person interested and excited to learn more about you. As time goes on, they'll start to see you as someone really special in their life. Step 4. Give them the opportunity. Step 4. Give them the opportunity to invest in you. This is a sensitive stage that requires careful and judicious handling, as the goal is not to distance people, but rather to foster a connection. Striking a delicate balance is key. Not too much, not too little. Consider this profound truth: who holds more significance for someone, the person they've invested time and effort in, or the one they haven't? The answer is crystal clear. To become a priority, Let others invest in you. This can be achieved through simple, effective strategies. For instance, politely decline plans you can't fully commit to granting them the opportunity to spend meaningful time with you. Demonstrate the value of your time by not always being readily available. Compelling them to await your presence, this conveys that you are not just anyone, and that they need to exert some effort to earn your time. Transform into a challenge, and suddenly you regain priority in their life. But remember, moderation is key. Don't go overboard, or you might end up with the opposite of what you intended. Strike a balance to attain the desired outcome without unintended repercussions. Step 5. Make your needs. Step 5. Make your needs a top priority. A top priority. Take a moment to think about and address your basic needs. Prioritizing your needs doesn't mean being selfish, but rather making a conscious decision to avoid situations where your value is overlooked. For example, if you expect that someone won't give you the respect and consideration you deserve, why put yourself in a relationship or connection that doesn't appreciate your worth? Choosing to surround yourself with people who genuinely recognize and prioritize your well-being is a smart move. By building connections with those who see you as a priority, you increase the chances of receiving the same consideration in return. Remember, you can't control how others feel about you, but you can control your own self-perception. In essence, prioritizing your needs is a journey towards self-empowerment and self-respect. It's recognizing that building healthy relationships and meaningful connections starts with valuing yourself. By doing this, you attract individuals who share similar values, creating a mutually enriching dynamic based on mutual respect and understanding. Step 6. Avoid placing. Step 6. Avoid placing them at the center of your life. Them at the center of your life. Have you ever noticed that people are often attracted to things that seem a bit out of reach? It's a funny thing about us: the more work someone thinks they have to put into getting something, the more they want it. You've probably heard the saying, the grass is always greener on the other side, which means we're usually more interested in what we don't have. This idea isn't just about stuff, it also applies to how we connect with others, so here's some advice. Remember this: when you're dealing with people, it's like suggesting you keep a bit of a distance, making others curious and interested in being around you. The reason behind this advice is pretty straightforward. By subtly showing that you're not desperate for attention, you're telling people that your approval isn't easily won. This approach helps others see your confidence and value your personal space. Over time, they'll start to appreciate your unique qualities. Step 7. Don't keep starting. Step 7. Don't keep starting conversations repeatedly. Conversation repeatedly. If you frequently find yourself taking the lead in reaching out to someone significant in your life, it might be worth taking a step back, even though it might sound strange, because you want to be important to them. Being the person who always starts conversations can make them not fully appreciate your efforts. Imagine you're the one who always suggests chatting or hanging out. It might make them think your efforts are just a normal thing and not something special. So what should you do instead? Give it a shot and stop being the first one to reach out. See what happens. If the other person genuinely cares about you, they will probably make the effort to get in touch. It's like a little test to see how much they value the connection between you two. Step 8. Cultivate your own sense. Step 8. Cultivate your own sense of fulfillment to secure a significant place in someone's life. It is vital to foster your own contentment and refrain from relying on them for your happiness. Don't rely solely on others for joy, because while having supportive people around is wonderful, putting all your happiness eggs in their basket might lead to disappointment. When we hinge our happiness on others, we risk not fully living our lives. Instead of following our own agenda and priority, we end up dancing to someone else's tune, and that can lead to feelings of resentment. Picture it like this: it's like having your life's remote control in someone else's hands, and they decide what channels to flip through to become a priority in someone's life. It is essential to nurture your own sense of fulfillment. This not only ensures long-term happiness but also enhances your attractiveness to others, as you project an image of balance and self-assurance. So instead of waiting for someone else to bring you joy, take